Alright, another documentation series. So, I've been reading people for the past 1 week now. Well, I've been doing it for quite some time, but just some new observations that I want to log in real quick. And these are three things that I learned reading people this week. So, number one, gestural hemispheric tendencies. So, simply what this is when you're in a conversation with someone and you're just talking about random topics. Usually, when it comes down to things that are close to recalling certain memories, recalling numbers, or thinking about numbers, or speaking about a positive or negative experience, usually people gesture to different directions. One thing I've been observing lately is different people have different way of, or they choose different directions to gesture while speaking about a specific topic. So in school, like I've been speaking to so many random people, and what I'm observing is when it comes to recalling memory, some people might look to the left and gesture to the left, like my left. So that's like your right. So they're gesturing to the left, talking about that that particular memory, and they recall that memory from the left. And the moment it turns positive, they might gesture to the right. And so, what I'm trying to say is, when you understand this person's physical movements, because their brain is capturing memories from different file cabinets in their head, and they only do that by gesturing in certain ways. And what can you do? Well, what I do is usually to mirror them. I've been reading a lot of literature about mirroring and seduction, and this entire GHT thing, gestural hemispheric tendencies, is the science behind mirroring. If you can follow the person and pitch your own ideas, say your own thoughts towards where they were gesturing, depending on whether what you're saying is positive or negative, the overall experience of the interaction is going to be better. Because in their subconscious, they feel like they are being understood because you are clearly mirroring them, like literally. But that's what I've been observing, one of the things that I've been observing lately. It's just simple conversations, it's not some deep stuff. But mainly when it comes to GHT, what I'm just observing is people looking in different direction when it comes to recalling numbers, recalling memories. Never had someone recall a positive or negative experience, so that's what I'm trying to look out for right now. So numbers and old memories. So they might look up to the left, look up to the right, and it's just a good note to keep in mind. And I have like this app that I built just to log in all my human intelligence stuff, and it makes it easier for me to interact with that person once I see them again because I know how to handle this person, like literally. So second thing is masks. So I've always had a big problem when it came to socializing, and the biggest problem was pedestalizing a lot of people. So people with authority, pretty girls, people like that, people whom I think are perfect simply because they have some sort of status, some sort of look, some sort of achievement in life. And because of that, I put myself down. But seeing people who are wearing masks, because all of us do, and this mask is usually covering up imperfection, flaws, suffering, insecurity. When I see people through that lens, it's so much better because it brings them down to a place that I can see. Like now, when I'm talking to people of authority, I see them with that lens, and it's almost as if people in general are all suffering. Like I don't feel scared anymore because I have my own suffering, I have my own insecurities, and so do other people. It's not some body language shit like you'll see anyone else talk about, but it's a simple way of looking at people because this is part of human behavior as well, right? It starts with you. How do you see the world? How do you see people? And that has helped me out so much because now when I enter crowds, when I speak to people, I don't feel scared. And I see through my perspective that I've built over the years. Because sometimes when I'm pedestalizing people, I forget the guy that I am, the shit that I've built. And I become so compliant and obedient like a sheep. So that's something I've been applying lately. Just seeing people with the lens of mask. And the third one, well, it's another perspective shift, another lens that I see the world now, is that people are reasons. Everyone is a product of their childhood. Like, that's a rule that you need to understand. Well, that's what I'm understanding as well. I was the kind of guy to look at everyone and judge them based on what I'm actually seeing. Like, what am I seeing in the present moment? Like, whatever behavior that they're showing or actions that they're doing, whether it's bad or good, whether they're just being a little shithead. I used to be that guy to just look at them like that and take whatever that I'm seeing as face value. But now, when I look at people, whether they are doing stupid shit, good shit, destroying themselves, or whatever that it might be, I try my very best not to get angry. Put in all the effort into looking at the person through this lens. They behave in this certain way because it comes from something deeper. There's a reason why they behave in this way, and it all ties back to childhood. So whenever my parents start yelling at me, or whenever I see some idiot being a piece of shit outside, I put on this lens and I go back to the past. Like, what was this child like? Like, what did this child receive? Like, what did this child do? Simple things like this. Like, even for instance, yesterday my dad was crashing out at me for no reason. He always scolds me, he always picks on me for no reason. And I just didn't feel angry. Weird enough. And I saw him through that lens. What was my dad like what did my dad feel like when he was getting shouted at by his dad when he was young? Because the same words he used on me, the same phrases he uses on me, is probably the same things he was scolded with by his dad. The same old words, same old phrases, and he's still hurting with it. Because it's not easy to recover from shit like that. And it's a natural human tendency to want to educate, and that comes from the past. And I see why my dad acts out like this. I don't blame the man. So you see, seeing people through that lens alone changes you. It lets out so much of weight, and it makes you a better human being. Because this human intelligence stuff, body language, persuasion, influence, it starts from you. It starts from the simple things, how you see. That's all. If you can view people through reasons, it'll change you for good. So yeah, this is all I have for this video. Nothing crazy. Just 3 things that I learned. GHT, masks, and seeing people through reasons. As reasons. Yeah. I hope this helped. Ciao.